uncomfortable. Hello, 00 Sarbs. I'm, like, beyond uncomfortable. I feel spooked. I feel cheated out of my safety. Hi. It's Reaver. Hi. It's Reaver. If you're tired, go to sleep. I will always be the champion of sleep. Go sleep. Hello, Blaze Rider. Hello, Caldwin. Hi. Poor Harune. I'm doing okay. I'm just, like, scared and uncomfortable. You know. Are you still spooked? I literally, like, finished the show and then hit go live. So, yeah, I'm still spooked. I was spooked when I hit play, and I was spooked when I hit done. Yo, what happened? Who do you need me to beat up? There's no one you can beat up. I just watched a spoopy show, and I knew it was spoopy. Like, I knew what I was doing.
Hagu!
Donnie! Pachi! Pachi! Donnie, thank you so much for subscribing for 12 months and for officially being a year-long special crunchlet. Look at that new 12-month badge drawn by Pachi! Thank you so much for subscribing. And congratulations on hitting your year mark. That is nice des. Nice des. Kitty Ninja, hi, welcome. How are you doing today? So, horror game. No, not a horror game. Name it and hi, welcome. Hello, Nordic. Wow, you guys showed up at like the same time. I said Kirby, didn't I? Serby, I'm a dingus. Ken, thank you so much for the host. I heard spoopy, I'm interested. No! Inflated pool noodle, this is what I want to run away from. Badatom, hi. Alex, hello. Something, Harune. Hello there, Harune, perhaps. I'll fill in the inserts for you. PN. Oh, Stream Elements, finally! Thank you! Hello, Elijah! And the Nordic. And is Reaver. And 他にもある? 違うかな? Yeah. How are you all doing today? Tell me about your day. And as you're doing that, I'm gonna make the switch. In 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Hi. Welcome. We finally got some rain here, so we're nice and a little bit cooled down, but still beach weather. So I've got with me, in this hand here that you cannot see the item within, is an iced Kohi. Nom. Oh, stay hydrated. Thank you. I am melting. It's so hot, wet out here, musty even. Oof. That's never good. Another stay hydrated. Thank you, Cracked Steve. Hello. Cutie Nepgear, good evening. Chatito, hi. Every time I open the fridge or the freezer, like just like a waft of like cold steam just comes out. Like that's how humid it is right now. My day was morose, happy morose. That is some drastic ups and downs in your day, sir. I hope it ends on a happy note. Basically, I've been studying for a test I have to take on Monday, but other than that, I've been good. Oh, nice! I hope your studying has gone well, and I'm sure you'll do great on your test. Got a Starbucks kiwi fruit drink that tastes like a Jolly Rancher. That sounds delicious, but really sweet. I've been at war with the rain for the last few hours, but my day was decent nonetheless. I love rain. We had a thunderstorm earlier, and I was loving it. Cassine, hi, welcome. How are you doing today? Yes, no, tell me about your day. Tell me about your week. I know we chatted on Tuesday, so between Tuesday and today, give me the deets. Tell me what's up. Have you all been doing? Maki-kun, hi, welcome. The Savage Chill. Hey, Harune in chat. I, for one, am enjoying the weather. The humidity and heat makes great endurance testing for my walks. Bottle of water, sweat-wicking clothes, and a cold shower when I'm done is heaven for me. Hey, so this is your kind of environment. Potties, because that is not for the faint of heart. Or for the faint, in general. I could not do that. And be like, nah, I'll stay inside. Uski! Hi, welcome, Uski! I have been doing well besides homework. Oh, I know you said that homework's been kind of kicking your butt. I hope that ends for you soon. Porcupine Mammoth! Hi, welcome. That entire paragraph Savage Chill just wrote, minus the enjoying part. Dookie, hi, welcome. How have you guys been? I'm just trying to get back into a sense of normalcy or normalcy, whichever way you say it. But I feel cheated. I feel cheated out of my comfort. Demon, hi, welcome. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for stopping by. A sense of Normandy. Normalcy. Was it a good spoopy show? Yes, it was very good. For those who like spoop, I recommend it. I missed it. What did you watch? I watched a show on Netflix called Dual Origins. Very good. Very well done. Really messed up, but it's so much more well done than American shows. This one's Japanese made. Of course, you could tell by the title. I have been playing Minecraft all this week, and from today to tomorrow I have to draw a picture for someone. Oh, nice! Lord of Wolves. Hi, what I missed? Not a whole lot. We're just sort of filing in slowly. Oh, your phone auto-corrected to Normandy? Your phone has priorities, Kai. Forget normalcy. Normandy, nice! Erikune, hi, welcome. So, in the spirit of spoop, and I know it's July, so it's not really spoopy talk season, but you know what? For me, spoopy is all year round. And seeing as how I just finished a spoopy show and I'm totally uncomfortable, what are you all afraid of? I know that's kind of a meta question, but what scares you? Whether it be something very simple, or, you know, what are you scared of? What are you afraid of? Jeremiah, hi, welcome. I'm currently playing Titanfall 2. I haven't played it in forever. My skills are doo-doo. Bigay, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crotch. How are you doing today? Welcome. Spider, Christmas in July. You're scared of Christmas in July? Spooky, scary skeletons. I fear those pesky spiders. I fear being lonely. Free time gameplay. Loneliness is definitely out of our nature. Shia LaBeouf. Mom, when she has that I got a lot to talk about face. Run and take cover, Kai. Furries, I'm not scared of anything. Really? You're not scared of anything? Sugoi yo. I have no fear outside of the Gyarados. It's every time you're in the water. Sugoi desho. The thought of existing and everybody forgets who you are is a really weird fear I have. The fear of being completely forgotten. Naruhodo ne. Harune Yukime says hi. Can't be here. Oh, that's okay. Hi. Tell him I'd say hi too. She can't. Yeah. I'm afraid of Harena. Is young. Who's hot? Hurena. Hurena dare? I get scared easy. Me too. Jeremiah. Why would it not be okay, silly? Of course, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want while you watch stream. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. I don't know if it's a fear, but I'm very uncomfortable around heights. I would call that a fear. I would call that a fear of heights. I have that too. Nom 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 nom. What scares me? A little bit of seriousness, but somebody betraying some trust. No, that's pretty logical. Listen, because we're like in this culture nowadays where if you say like one thing that someone else doesn't agree with, all of a sudden they're like at your throats. They, talk about it all the time behind your back, and you just like don't know who you can like share your honest opinion about things anymore. So yeah, I can understand how like this fear of someone taking something that you've said or something that you've confided them into, an opinion that maybe you felt you needed to share with someone, but was afraid to say it out in the open, goes and says it out in the open. You're like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Also clowns. Clowns are, you know what? My old school bus driver was a part-time clown. She was really nice. I really liked her. Sometimes she'd have to drive us all home from school in her clown getup. But she was really nice. I really liked her. I have a fear getting stuck in an elevator. Imagine getting stuck in an elevator with Shia LaBeouf. I'm afraid of knives, but it's more a fear of me causing a terrible accident with one. Naruhodo. Elijah, you're scared of Batman Haunted Night? I'm afraid of Harune-san as a yandere. Well, don't worry. That's something that'll never happen, so you're okay. I'm afraid of humanity. Aren't humans scary? Not that I'm not one. I'm human, yes. Humans are scary. We're unpredictable creatures. Harune hates my Crocs. Cancel her. I didn't say I was scared of your Crocs. I just don't like them. It's not a fear. Well, you making fun of me? Kai, everyone hates your Crocs. True. No one likes Crocs more than Kai. Especially not Kai's Crocs. No one loves Kai's Crocs more than Kai. Bruh. The one thing I fear is dying without having truly lived a life with meaning and purpose. Well, that's up to you, isn't it? Only you can give your life meaning. I'm also afraid of elevators. Death metal, hello! Hi, Harune. I've had a bit of a bad recent history of deaths in the family, so I suppose I'm a little tense. I'm gonna go through that again anytime soon. Gomen ne? Some people are just, dealt a bad hand, and, I have a friend who, like, every generation, has had some sort of death in their family, so, their uncle passed away, and two of his uncles passed away. One of their uncle's children, so their cousin, one of their cousins passed away, and then another cousin from that same family, their son passed away, and it's just like from every generation there's been death. So it's really sad. So so they're very much very health conscious as well. So it's totally understandable to sort of be on edge about that. Understandable. it's not a fear, but I also hate the feeling of people looking at me too much. そうですよね. Well, no one likes to be stared at. Crocs, I love those reptiles. Why would you walk on crocodiles? Now that I think about it, I have a lot of fears, but among those are the fear of heights and the fear of being alone in the middle of the ocean. Oof. I think there's something really spooky about being alone in like a vast emptiness. Like, I don't know if I would feel any less afraid. Well, I mean, like, gosh, worst case scenario, you're left alone just floating out in the middle of space. That's pretty bad. No! Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of being hated or people are angry at me. That one's a little bit harder to sort of sort with or rationalize. Well, no, it's a very rational fear, but unfortunately that's a very real fear. And it's a very plausible fear. So, I used to be sort of worried about that constantly. Like, I was like, I just need everyone to like me. But I realized after a time that, you know, you end up being pretty miserable if you had to do everything in your power to get everyone to like you. And sometimes for the benefit of your health and happiness, you have to make some people angry. And some people are going to not like you, and that's life. But at the end of the day, if you come out the happier, the healthier, the better. As long as you're not, like, you know, pulling a fast one by someone, you know what I mean? Like, you never want to do harm to somebody else. But if it's just, you know, you're just taking care of yourself, and for some reason people are mad at you about it, that'll happen. Unfortunately, people don't like seeing other people's success or other people's happiness. So, you know, it's a thing. Unless Shia LaBeouf decides to go all cannibal on me, then yeah. Crocs are water sandals. I honestly have a reservation about speaking on my world views. There are sour people on both sides that quickly go labeling without actually understanding the issue and hearing the other side out. And it's never really hearing about, like, the other side, because everyone has their own opinions, and they all have their certain degrees of how much they agree with one side versus the other. So, like, you could talk to, you know, two people with, you know, 5 agreeing points, but one point that really, like, you know, determines, or that really, like, sort of separates just how far to which side they stand. And that single difference alone is just like, oh, psh, you're a terrible human being. May God smite you, you know, or may you get eaten by a crocodile or Shia LaBeouf. I'm afraid of talking to people. Being around other people makes me nervous. That's understandable too, because you don't know what to expect, you know? But I mean, I used to be scared of talking to people too. Every time I used to raise my hand in class, like to answer a question, or if I got called on, I would immediately break into a sweat. Like, my face would get so red. I think I still do that, but because I have to talk so often at people or to people, I definitely have improved on that aspect a little bit. But it does take some training, for sure. What about Crocs and socks? Then what's the point of Crocs? Honestly. Cursed. I had a friend who lost their father during their senior year of high school, and then 4 years lost an uncle that was dear to them. Oh, that's the worst. Oh no. Oh no. Being alone in the middle of the ocean feels like it would be a lot worse than being in an empty field for me, because you'll eventually either tire out or get caught by a wave. True. Ash Zero, hi, welcome, welcome. I'm afraid of bees, wasps, yellow jackets, and hornets. Are you allergic too? Not sure if it's really a fear, but I also have mild trypophobia, a discomfort from looking at something with a lot of tiny holes. Yeah, I have trypophobia too. I think if it's a phobia, it's a fear, right? Shiro Luffy, hi, welcome, welcome. I know I'm behind chat already. Louie Joey, hi, welcome, welcome. Very religious people scare me. Sometimes. Some people are really, really extreme, but sometimes, like, people who, like nonconformists, Like, extreme nonconformists can also be kind of spooky because they'll just, like, question every decision you made. Like, yo, are you making this decision because you made it of your own free will, or did someone tell you to do this? Are you just following tradition, or, you know, did you stand up for yourself? And they, like, question every decision you make. You're like, just stop. Nani, please respond. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Hello, raiders. How are you doing today? Because I've been stalked before, I'm afraid of drinking and sometimes even eating in public. Because someone could put something in my drink if I lower my guard for just a moment. It's never happened, but that doesn't mean it won't. Naruhodo ne. I guess that's a real fear. My friends, a Foss has probably been here for a while, and I just came across her name. So, therefore and thusly, we're gonna have to be really careful here because I have to be careful with how I scream now. There are other people I have to consider. So, I'm gonna do my best without hopefully getting filed for a complaint. So, mute me, turn the volume down, walk away from your listening apparatus, do whatever it is that you need to do because I am about to moderately scream some love into this microphone. In 3, 2, 1. Foss! Hi, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. How are you doing today, you sweet, sweet bean? Boom. There we go. I used to have a fear of heights. I've been doing a lot of climbing with my current job and have not had the same acrophobia after a few weeks. I think it was less of a fear of heights and more a fear of having no control through falling. Having that control and being able to climb securely means I haven't had that fear of heights during work. Naruhodo. I guess, yeah, you do need that sense of security, right? Because I've always wondered, it's such a stupid thought, I'm so sorry, but like, I used to wonder, like, if I could fly, would I still be scared of heights? And I just, like, I don't know, like, a part of me would be like, well, no, because I have no reason to fear. Because I would just be, I would have the ability to break my fall. It wouldn't be a problem. But it's actually the sensation of falling that scares me. Like, I don't like that drop. And I know this because I get that feeling in elevators. I get that feeling on swings. I get that feeling on a trampoline. But however, I really like planes. Like, I really like flying on planes. Like, takeoff is my favorite. Landing sometimes is great. I enjoy turbulence on occasion, so I don't know, it's weird. Nom. Kai, thank you so much for shouting out Foss. Oh, you're finally home. Nice. Australia, the only thing I'm really afraid of is my parents finding out I'm trans before I'm ready to come out. Oof. Do they suspect? Like, is there anything that would cause them to be like, hey, you're a homosexual, aren't you? You know, like, I mean, hopefully not. For sure, though, nothing's worse than, like, not feeling ready and having to sort of come clean about something. You're like, I will tell people when I am ready and not a moment sooner. And then all of a sudden you're forced to and you're like, bruh, I just said I wasn't ready. Yeah. Did we get a shout out to please respond? I don't know if there was an actual shout out. I will, because I'm so behind on chat, I'm just gonna boop, 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 do that really quickly. Even if it happened already. Nizian! Hi, welcome. I know I'm super late. I'm so behind. I used to have a friend who kept telling me that I was going to hell. Oh, like, jokingly? Cause that's ちょっとやばいよ. You don't tell that to your friendos. それはマジやばくね? But it happened to me long ago at a party. I was drugged. Oh my gosh. But luckily my friends were there and they noticed I was passing out. Oh my goodness. That's terrible. What the heck? Fluffies! Hi, hi! Welcome, welcome! 10 out of 10, Foss, once again. Night Chill! Welcome, welcome! Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. How are you doing today? I wish I could go swimming this summer. RIP! I know, I'm like ready to swim actually. can't even swim. Been 10 years since I've actually been out swimming. Same, Floofies, same. Oh, the loud claps, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to be so loud. If you could always save yourself from falling, there'd be no reason to be afraid. Exactly, exactly. Just unwarranted fear. Unwarranted fear. There might be a fear of a wing going out and still falling, though. I don't know. See, for some reason, I just don't think about that on a plane. I have a feeling when your stomach lifts a little bit, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Have a day. I do like turbulence on planes, yes. I lowered my volume just in time. Besides the trans flag I've hidden, I don't think so. Giri giri safe kana. Woke up, and the foster scream woke me up again. Well, now you're doubly awake. Pikinu! Hi, hi! Welcome, welcome! Pikinu! Double woke. That feel when you live right next to the ocean, but you don't even like swimming in it. That's okay, because it's a large body of water. Water! Understandable. You know, I've only been to an ocean beach, I think once? It was during the winter. It was during the winter, so I didn't even do any beach activities. Water. You guys see that? I think it's a meme now where they said when you ask your British friends the past tense of draw, it's like a clip of Squidward saying drown in it. It took me a second, but I love it. Drew. It's because I told him I am an atheist would put a strain on the relationship. You know, drawn in. Exactly. J-Man, hi, welcome. How are you doing today? What are you afraid of? Oshiete kudasai. Please tell me what you're scared of. It's because I told him I am atheist. You know what? I had a friend in college who was very much atheist, but like he not only did he not believe in any sort of higher power, but he also criticized people who did and would just like constantly like be like, well, how do you know a god exists if blah blah blah? And it's like, bruh, even if you don't believe in it, if that's what you think, that's fine. You don't need to challenge them. Like, just leave it be. Just leave them alone. It doesn't hurt you at all if they believe in something you don't. Just let it be. Just leave it. I'm scared of spiders. Naruhodo, watashi mo. I'm not in the mood for this song. We're gonna skip this one. Let's do this one. That's not great. I'm scared of the ocean. Naruhodo. Another fear I have is causing worry to the people that care about me. So even if I get through something okay, I still worry my friends and family. But the double zeta, the fact that they worry means that they care. Wouldn't it be worse if no one worried about you? I'd feel scared about that. Like, I hate to be a bother to my friends and family, and of course I would try not to do anything that would, you know, cause them to worry, but if they do worry, I'm happy, because it's like, oh, you care, thank you. Annyeonghaseyo, hi, welcome, how are you doing today? Ohayou gozaimasu. Kite kurete arigatou gozaimashita. IMO, you can believe in anything, even a spaghetti monster. Hey, if you believe in a spaghetti monster, more power to you. Why can't we all just agree that if it does not affect others, it is not our business, and agree to just get along? Easier said than done, I guess. I I'm slightly scared of heights. No fear on the plane, though. Yo, Ingrid, I just talked about that earlier. Absolutely. That's absolutely me. Absolutely me. I know a friend who's so scared of high places his legs shake. Oh, poor baby. That's basically it. There's a difference between being an atheist and being a jerk. Yeah. Nom 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 nom. A really weird fear that I don't know how I got is a fear of escalators. My heart races when I have to get on one and I feel dizzy and nauseous the whole time. I slightly get it with moving elevators as well. I guess it has something to do with entrusting myself to an autonomous machine. Naruhodo. I understand that as well. Are you afraid of people eating grass? I mean, if I saw someone, like, kneeling on the ground and consuming grass by the mouthful, yeah, I'd be a little afraid. But I think I'd be afraid of that, like, in any situation. I mean, even if they just, like, put their dinner on the floor and just started eating it that way, I would freak out. But grass in particular, I mean, if you like grass, I guess. Grass, you say? No, we're not talking about grass. No. I used to have this fear of walking in another world in the same house and seeing my family doesn't know who I am. Was that a nightmare that you used to have as a child? Sometimes, like I used to get reoccurring nightmares as a kid. Like, throughout my childhood, there'd be, like, 2 or 3 dreams that I would just have, like, throughout the years. And I would have, like, totally irrational fears about, like, the most mundane things. Afraid of their health, I guess? Afraid for their health. Seconding on the elevator thing. Zolden! Hi, welcome! How are you doing today? You know, I've also realized my fear of heights isn't helped when my dad always leans up right against, edges for a good picture. Bruh! That's not good. I'd be like, Dad, you gotta come back here right now. Father, please, listen to me. You get away from that edge right now, Father. We can't have you falling off now. No falling off. You come back here right now. Listen to me, Father! Father, please! Please come back! You can't go, Father! You can't! Let's see. It is odd that... I can't even read. It is odd that I am fine in a plane, helicopter, parachute, in a fall harness, but a ladder or scaffolding? Nope. It's because you have no harness. You have nothing underneath you or around you to make you feel safe. You got a couple of bits of wood and you're like, best of luck, my dude. Or metal, I guess. I'd be less afraid of their health and more for their health. Harune viewing party. Drop your wallet by the door and plenty of grass inside. No, you can keep your wallets. You can keep your wallets. It's okay. Even if you can swim, you can still be afraid of the open water. So why not being afraid of heights even when you can fly? Hey, Harune. Although, I mean, the idea though of being able to swim but having a fear of open water just means that even though you can swim, doesn't mean you'll be able to sustain swimming until you find some flotation device or you get to shore, right? Whereas if you can fly and you have a fear of heights, there really is no reason to unless if somehow you lose that ability. Is my reasoning, but I still feel like even if I could fly, I would be scared. I don't know. Maybe that's just ingrained in me. I don't know. It was both nightmare and fear when I was awake. Oh, naruhodo. I'm afraid that you didn't drink enough water. Oh, I get to stay hydrated. Thank you. Thoughts. Arigato. Thank you. Poor small Harune. Father, why did you betray me? Every time I tell him to back off, he gives me the I know what I'm doing, stop worrying. No, I can't do it when I see someone on a ledge either. There's nothing. There's nothing. A strong wind, you trip. Anything could send you over the edge and you got nothing. I couldn't. I also have a fear of elevators. I just don't feel comfortable trusting a metal box that can fall at any moment. I guess one thing I'm scared at is having sleep paralysis again. I experienced it once and it terrified me, not being able to move and having hallucinations of demons. Bruh. I've never had sleep paralysis, but I never wish to. That sounds absolutely terrifying. Seems like a lot of these fears is about a lack of control in one's own safety. I suppose that's really all a fear is, right? Is a lack of control of the unknown, right? I feel like I had read something somewhere a long time ago about why we have so many common fears. Like why are so many people afraid of the dark, right? They would say, if our ancestors were, before electricity and before lights and things like that, predators, like animals that could eat us or anything like that, we're out there awaiting, so of course we would be scared of the dark. You know what I mean? Let's see. Dun, da, 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 dun. I used to be afraid of swimming when I was a kid, and then one of my older cousins put a float vest on me, picked me up, and chucked me into the water. Now I love swimming. I thought that story was going to end terribly, because it was either learn or drown. No, you had a flotation device. You had a flotation device. You wouldn't have been dead. Just Seraphim, what was it that I watched? I watched Dune Origins. It's a 6-episode single season series on Netflix. I just finished it before I went live this evening. They definitely left it for another season. So I'm ready. I'm ready, but I'm spooked. As a kid, I sometimes think, is this my world? Sounds like a Twilight Zone question. That may have sounded more, intended by a shoe that I laugh and love it. Lud Boy, hi, welcome. Alex Fox, hi, welcome. Sir Error, thank you for the head pats. Here's a question. Why do bugs freak us out so much when we see them all the time? Good question. Maybe it's because we, can't tell what they're thinking. Because bugs don't think, they just act on instinct. But to us, we're like, what's he gonna do? What's this giant moth on my door going to do if I move to the left? I move to the right? Or God forbid I open the door, right? What will this moth do? How can I get this moth out? Because the moth has no sense of self-preservation. It's not gonna be like, I shouldn't land on this person, they may kill me. They're just like, this thing is freaking out and I don't know what to do. The human brain isn't exactly running up to date with modern society, so while most people don't immediately fear being run over or they're doing noticeably dangerous things, spiders and snakes, which, while there are venomous breeds aren't usually so, are commonly feared. Hey, naruhodo! That makes sense. And actually does explain a lot about why some people do some real stupid stuff. Harika! Oh my gosh, you're back from your caribou granddaddy and grandmammy visit. How are you, you sweet caribou friend? Hatagiru! Oh! Did you get your shout out yet, you sweet little caribou? There you go, Harika. I missed you so much, you know? I missed you. I fear that I might run into a Karen at the market. That's an understandable fear. Dude, I missed you too. Yeah. I hope you had all of the fun in the world, though. I don't remember. I think I was telling Kai earlier. Yeah. I was telling Kai that, visiting family, for an extended period of time over the summer, for some reason, is some sort of magical vacation. You just feel like my daily life just no longer applies here. Even though they're family, you're just like there's just something magical about being like, I'm going over to Grammy's house. Or like, there was one summer, just one summer when I was in like middle school, maybe? Or late elementary school, that I stayed with my aunt for like maybe a week or two in the summer. Nothing of consequence, and nothing of consequence, but like for some reason that week or two that I spent there is like stuck in my memory. Hey, nani? Death Metal, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Haruka and for allowing her to be a special crunch within the kingdom for 2 months now. Puggies. Thank you. Oh, a stretch cast, thank you so much. Ugh. Wow, I don't know if you heard all the neck breakings. And to stay hydrated, thank you 00 subs. I'm working backwards because I had to catch up. To see who gifted Haruka. Oh my god, I saw Harune broke. This is amazing. And I got all my neck cracks in. The feelings, sleep paralysis is like being awake, not being able to move your body. You will unconsciously try to scream for help, but not being able to. Then you'll have some hallucinations of scary things. Oh, maybe I have had sleep paralysis before. When I was really young, that would Bertation. That would be like if I had a really, really bad nightmare and I couldn't wake up no matter what. Like, I remember lying there and being like, I gotta open my eyes. I've gotta wake up. Like, this is not okay. And just not being able to open my eyes. And then, you know, after the nightmare was over or whatever, then I could wake up, but I wasn't happy about it. Well, we have only had this kind of civilization for the past couple hundred years. This kind of civilization. So millions of years of survival training for animal overrides modern dangers. So bug life was a lie? It was a very big lie. Or a bug lie, but it's... Alright, I'll see myself out. In general, I just hate how bugs move, all twitchy and flitty. Sounds like birds. Okay, birds are really cool from a distance, but like, aren't they just weird, like, up front? Now, I'm not talking specifically about like any bird in particular. I'm sure birds are adorable and lovely. I've never had a pet bird. I know Uski does, and his bird just seems adorable. No, birds are great up close. It's just like, I sometimes I have to stop and think, like, Foss! Foss, I love you! Foss! Foss, no! Foss, I love you! Foss, I love you. You are not a weird bird. Actually, in fact, owls are probably one of the few birds that actually have a very smooth neck. Do you guys know where I'm getting with this? Birds just like they'll look in one direction, all of a sudden they're like, da-da. Right? Like they have no chill. They go from 0 to 100 real fast. But owls are like, yes? Yes? Owls have such long legs too. Yes, they do. They're so cute. Listen, I love birds. I love animals. I love all animals. Birds are great. But yeah, birds move very fast. Birds are like, I don't know what's going on at any given time of the day. Must move neck really quick. I hate the typos I've been making. Hate typing by phone, but laptop is in the shop. Oh no! Fears also have to do with how you were brought up. If you see your parents have a huge reaction to things they fear, you'll also learn to fear the same thing. I don't know though. Neither of my parents really had an issue with spiders. They were both come kill them for me, but... Nom nom nom. Let's see. So some insects move by hydraulic pressure. Yo, what? Their legs have bands that pull them in.
Hagu.
Watching this thing! Thank you so much for subscribing, for being a special crunch within the kingdom for 3 months! Arigatou gozaimashita! Kanjai shite imasu! Then when it wants to pull, it just releases that pressure. What? That's why they curl up when they get crushed. Bro, that's so cool! Hope your neck is feeling better. That was audible. Yes, it's feeling great. Ooh, is Reaver, that's spooky. Is there a point redeemed to get you to do weight reps? Bicep curls for 2,000. Gonna get you swole. I rely on my own self-motivation to get swole. As of right now, it's hard to get swole, but... Wait a second, what? Haruka's gone? What? No, you bring her back right now! You bring her back! You bring her back. There she is. Okay, I'm appeased. I can't believe I'm gone. I saw a cute little manga about sleep paralysis. It's actually a ghost cat sleeping on your belly, forcing you self-consciously not to move, so not to wake the kitty. Oh, it's cute. Unless they poop on you, they're great. Noon Banura, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. How are you guys doing today? Thank you. Welcome. Rune raid? I am familiar with those. Hi, welcome. Hello. Can I get a shout out to Rune? Silvio! And Silvio! Yeah. Hello, Silvio. How are you? Oh, hisashiburi. It's been a while. Nice. Ghost cat sleep paralysis sounds cool until the urge to use the bathroom becomes greater than letting the cat sleep. Owls are chill because it's too bright for them to be active when we're with them. Most birds I see outside make me think, I want to hold it in my hand and pet it and give it a kiss. Some birds are super cute. You know, blue jays are actually really mean. Did you guys know that? I've seen blue jays bully birds away from a bird feeder. They're very not nice birds. Owls have eyes directly on the front of their face, which probably makes them look a bit more human-like to a lot of people. So da yo ne. Kiryu, hi. Welcome. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for stopping by. What are you afraid of? Raiders, what are you afraid of? Oshiete kudasai. Tell me more. What do you really fear? Let's see. Haruka, no. I just saw her timeout. I can't believe I'm gone. There we go. Now I'm finally catching up to chat. How's the stream going so far? Hello. It's going. Oh, I'm having a good time. I'm slowly defrosting from the big spoops that gave me the chills earlier. So, yeah. Blue jays are corvids, meaning they are smart enough to be very mean. That's not what I want to hear. How are things going? I just finished playing some Mario Party. Oh, that's fun. I'm doing very well. Like I said, I'm calming down. I'm simmering, and I'm doing a little bit of this, but I'm doing a little bit of this. I'm just trying to calm down a little bit because I got straight up spooked. How are things going? I just read that. If I go to Japan, I will make sure to visit the Owl Cafe. Me too! One of my friends lives in Japan, and she made a trip to an Owl Cafe once, and she sent me all these pictures, and I just couldn't handle it. I wanted to pet the owls. They seem so fluffy and cute. Ugh. Needles. I'm scared of spiders. Me too. Height! Henry! Hi! Welcome! Understandable. Have a great day. Have a day. Have just a day. Vortexes. That's very interesting. It's a very interesting fear. I'm scared of thunderstorms, and sadly there is one happening right now outside my forest. I find them so pretty. It's just the loud noises are scary. Yo, I just had a thunderstorm earlier today. And it was the best. I didn't see any lightning, but there was a ton of thunder. And it was loud enough to make me jump. And I was doing laundry, and I was like, should I be doing this right now? But I did. Henry,
so much for the follow and welcome officially to the Kingdom of Crunch. Yokoso. Yokoso.
Alright, welcome back, Alex. Welcome, welcome.
Haruka needs a thunder buddy. She just needs a teddy bear.
Use blankets, Harune. Protect yourself with the blankets. Yo, I learned long ago, blankets do you no good. I never understand when kids are scared, or I guess even adults in some aspects. When people get scared, like especially if like spooks are coming, or they feel like there are like spooks in the vicinity, they'll go under the blanket. I'm like, what are you doing? The fear, like not knowing what's going on outside that blanket is far worse than seeing whatever it is that's happening. At least you know, right? I would never hide under the blanket. I would never hide under the blanket. That just sounds so dumb to me. Blankets do not protect you. They keep you warm, they protect your body heat, but that's it. When lightning strikes near you, the sound it makes and the vibrations you feel are downright terrifying. Ah, yes, I remember lightning. Haruka scared of thunder, but Harune loves thunder. Yeah. Owls! Yeah. I go to a cafe with real cats. Have you been to a cafe with fake cats? Speaking of burbs, have you ever heard of the crows in Japanese streets who learn to pick up loose change off the street and use it in vending machines? No, but that is awesome. It's okay. Opposites attract the power of friendship. That's right, be friendos now. Oh, we've been friendos before, so.
Cat bug! It's okay. It's okay to put a blanket on it. Yeah, I guess that's true.
In the brain of cat bug, it's okay.
Harune is my friendo. Find your home. I'm everyone's friendo. Listen.
Kai, you're my friendo too.
I'm friendo? Of course, you silly baboon.
Guess the blankets make you feel secure in the small space you're in. I just don't think that. I just don't get that protective vibes. Granted, when I'm feeling anxious, like if I have, kokoro no nayami, if I have, like a troubled heart, blankets, especially like heavier ones, are great to wrap myself up in, because then I feel like I'm in a constant hug. So that's nice. Yeah, but Harune, what if a scary monster and you're scared of scary monsters? Well, I wouldn't hide under my blanket. That wouldn't save me. You're gonna die anyway. Yeah. Well, at least I know what I'm dying to, instead of just like hiding under my blanket and waiting for the finishing blow. Like, I just feel like that'd be so much worse. So why not just let it happen without knowing? No, I have to know. The not knowing part is the worst part. I love thunder, but the first boom always scares me. Oh, it's so exciting. I love thunder. Blankets can protect from ghosts. Harune is a storm rider. Riders on the storm. To this house you're born. You define fear of the dark, and it's also a good song. Are those a type of cat ears you have? Dab, I thought you've been here long enough to know. These are antenna. These are antenna. These aren't cat ears. I've got normal ears. See? Ningen no mimi. I've got human ears. These are just antenna. For better connectivity. Now that I think about it, I'd probably be a little afraid / miffed if I went to sleep one night and woke up with a feeling of cold air and wrists bound, looking around to see woods and snow-covered roads, and to hear a voice from across me saying, "Ah, you're finally awake." It's like, where is this going? The nice thing about friendos are that you can just give and don't lose anything. For sure, because when you give a friendo something, you're getting something in return, and they don't have to even do anything. Just knowing that you're doing something for your friendo, and it makes your friendo feel good, that makes you feel good. So it's a mutual benefit. Blankets save you. Trust me, I'm a ghost expert. The scary part about this, is that I do trust that coming from you. So I'm scared now. What is my biggest fear? I am very scared. I am very much afraid of the paranormal. I am actually very, very afraid of the paranormal. But yeah, although I guess I would also be just as afraid if I like turned around right now and there was a stranger behind me. I'd be pretty freaked out. Well, sometimes you don't want to see the thing that gives the finishing blow. Oh, no, I need to know. So what are the paranormal... I don't know what you're trying to argue with me about this, Alex. I wouldn't want to hide. If the paranormal thing was attacking you, no. I mean, I would want to run away. Of course, I would want to escape. But I think, like, if I'm lying in my bed, the first thing I'm going to do is jump out of bed, not cover myself up. I just feel like that's so useless. I was wondering why in movie or in real life, why people always running up the stairs and hides under their bed if something scary is happening. Exactly. Like, what? What is hiding under their bed gonna do? Harune's biggest fear is Ouya. Prove me wrong. Harune. Ouya's disapproval does frighten me. I don't like if he's ever angry at me. Normal human ears, Pog. Antennas for 18 gig wireless connectivity. Sugena. Harune's an alien confirmed. No, antenna. Electricity. Maybe they're both afraid of each other. Possible. Atheists make me nervous because they never think a being is watching over their every move. Therefore, it's only logical to believe that they're more likely to think that they can get away with stuff, isn't it? I don't think so. I think to someone who I think from an atheist's perspective, if they are afraid of religious people, then the whole, because I've heard this argument before, is that religious people, severely religious people, seem to only have morals, or the morals that they follow, because of whatever their religion dictates. So it makes them feel like they don't have any personal morals that they feel that they truly believe in. Like if they were to one day be like, I don't know, something that would shake their faith, then what would stop them from going out and committing crimes at that point, because they have no religion to hold them back? That is the argument that I've heard before. I don't know how I feel about that. It's a little interesting. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, thank you back to tell DM's chat that they're antenna. Hey. Girl DM? Oh, tell her I said hi. She's probably gone by now. They secretly shoot friendship lasers. Pew pew. Sorry to ask you this, but would you want to be turned into something or be grown into a 50-foot woman? That depends what the something is. Like if it's either be something awesome or be 50 feet tall, like it, you know, like you'd have to weigh your options, right? Like it couldn't just be like a toaster. Then of course I'd much rather be a 50-foot woman, but like if I could be turned into like an eagle or a mermaid or something really cool, then of course I'd rather be that. Dust is settled. Alex, I don't think so. Bam Kid, hi. Thanks to Supernatural, I know how to find the paranormal. All I need is some salt and an iron crowbar. Yeah, that's definitely that's it. Rogers, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. What are you afraid of? Goldie the Fox, I did not get a chance to greet you. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome officially to the Kingdom of Crunch. Yokoso. Hi. Phone typing stinks. Hello, Zikhart. Hi, welcome. Are we gonna get into some deep moral topics here? Probably not. I try not to delve too deeply in these sorts of topics because it can get pretty heated, and I'm here to just chill and have a good time. Aren't you? Philosophy with your host, Harune. I'll get silly real quick. Rose, hi, welcome. Did you get a shout out? I'm sorry, I'm kind of behind, so if you didn't, let me get that for you. Even if you have. And then you get it twice. Can't wait for Harune philosophy to be published. You're gonna wait a really long time. I would not hold your breath, dear friend. Welcome back to Guru Harune's Wisdom Talks. Nine. DM says hi back. Nice. I would not accept that argument except with a few individuals because people without intrinsic choice of morality behave poorly within religious reasons. Without intrinsic choice of morality behave poorly. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that too. Harune, you should make us mods do that. Oh, for shoutouts? I'm sorry, I assume it's already happened, but just out of instinct. I'm like, oh, here, let me do that for you. I'm not a very, someone else do it for me sort of thing. Naruhodo ne no. For example, if you want to get married within the Catholic Church, there are a lot of hoops that you have to jump through just to get that. Just to have a priest marry you. Just for it to be official within the Catholic Church. They make you take courses, you have to like submit your baptismal and confirmation certificates and all of that stuff. And they make you take this class on marriage about like what it means to be a good spouse and all that stuff, and like having a healthy religious relationship. And people still, people who have been married within the church still have affairs. They still get divorced. So what was the point of going through all of that? If you're just gonna, if the result seems no different between those who get married lawfully, right? Like, either, they either get, they either hire a minister or whatever, or they do it in court or in front of the judge, or courthouse, whatever, or getting it done by a priest or some head of a religious, sect. It doesn't seem like those who get married within religious reasons have a stronger, and their relationships last longer. It just seems, so being like, oh yeah, if you do all of these things, you're a true religious follower, and your marriage will be great. Follow these 5 easy steps or whatever. Even if you're within that religion, that doesn't mean you're a better person for it. Most people are afraid to forget to bring their smartphones these days. True. I find people who think someone is watching their every move and still misbehave is more worrying. It makes me wonder if they are just paying lip service or if they believe their misbehavior is considered acceptable. I don't know what you mean by paying lip service. Are mermaids cool though? I think mermaids are cool. What's wrong? Why wouldn't you? Hello? Mermaids are cool. It's just a me thing, I guess. Hey, Harune, I'm watching One Piece at the moment. Nice! Nice. So, actually, sociopathy, a person with no remorse / guilt for their actions, has little to do with their belief in higher powers or not. Oh yeah, for sure. But that's like that is a mental thing. That has nothing to do with their beliefs, their upbringing, their lifestyle. It's purely a mental thing. Chilling is exactly what I came here for. Well then, good. Hope you are doing okay though. Spoop isn't my thing so much, so in general it's just something I try to stay away from mostly. But I am going to be having a stream soon with some friends to play GTFO, because, you try from time to time. Well, yeah, of course, and I hope you have fun. I love Spoop, but I'm such a wuss. Me too. I like Spoop, but I get really easily scared. Same, except the loving Spoop part. I hate it. I'm such a wuss. So I'm guessing you're much more of a psychological Spoopy fan? I don't like jump scares. I would much rather see something that relies on something other than the element of surprise to get me, which is why I think Dune on Origins was a really great show. It was super messed up and creepy just by doing whatever it is that they did. So on that note, I'm gonna keep reading your comments, but I need to be right back. So talks amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Omatase shimashita. Sumimasen deshita. It started raining again, so I had to close all the windows, which was more frustrating than I thought. Oh, I see. Yeah, so many steps. You know what? I would like you better as a 50-foot woman. Why? That would be very inconvenient for me. Chatito, welcome back. I know this is a long time ago. No. Harune, big cutie? No. Mermaids are cool, although not being able to walk around on land would be a problem. Not if you live in the ocean. You wouldn't need feet. And now for a word from our sponsor.
この番組はグランドスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
There you go. That was a word from our sponsor. Have a day. I don't have a be right back screen. That's in the process, so I had to do the starting soon. I've never been much of a mobile gamer, but forget. I'm unhappy with that I started reading that. Banned. How did I confuse the cutest fish?
どうだろうな。
No, the answer is no. In the meantime, could I offer some freshly caught bluebird? Oh, I thought you were talking about fossils. Like, Foss isn't blue. Kai, your marketing skills are pretty good. They're stealing all our germs. No, though. Harune-san hungry again? No. Where would a 50-foot tall woman buy clothes? Exactly. Glad I can finally watch Harune. Hey! America's favorite show on the air, bruh. But Harune, if you were 50 feet tall, then you could stop criminals by dropping pianos on them in a hilarious fashion. I would not waste precious pianos on such an activity. Harune's part of Team Aqua? What is Team Aqua? You don't have to regret anything, Jeremiah. It's just an opinion. It's okie dokie. These 2 days I have been learning basic Japanese. Oh, nice! How's that been going? Harune. Vagrant! Hi, and welcome! How are you doing today? What are you afraid of? Not pianos! Oh, panos. I still wouldn't drop panos. I would just, use my hand and be like, nah. The first game on my Harune and everyone, I changed my name. I see that. Welcome. How are you doing today? And what are you afraid of? Shingeki no Harune. Kyojihei. Team Aqua, Pokemon villain team who wanted to spread the ocean everywhere. No, I don't mean the whole world needs to be covered in ocean. Like, no more land. I just mean go live in the ocean. Just go live in the ocean then. If you're a mermaid, why would you want to live on land? Go live in the ocean. Easy clap. Just realized I ran out of water and my iced coffee, and I had just come back. Oh well. I just live in the water, Fivehead, duh. But Aqua's useless. Hey! Oh my gosh, excuse me. Because boba would taste very salty in the ocean, and we just can't have that. No, see, what you do, and I know this is a thing because this is just what people do. You get the boba with that's like sealed, like heat sealed, right? With like the peel strip thing, you know what I mean? And then you chuck it into the ocean. I get a straw, and then I consume. So there's no salt water in my boba, because I will have poked a hole in the top of the boba and drink it so fast there'd be no time for the salt water to get in my boba. There. Done. Done. Problem solved. Wrong time to zone out when I suddenly hear Harune whisper, "What are you afraid of?" Alexian, you don't have to apologize for being late. It is okie dokie. You are okay. I know what you mean. I just really wasn't expecting such a fully fleshed out plan of action as a response for such a dumb spur of the moment question.
Boba deserves a real answer.
That is all. That is all. You go ahead and lurk. The first game on mic. Someone's thought of this before, I see. Listen, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a mermaid. I thought it would have been really cute. Actually, I wasn't thinking about being cute. I was just like, man, how cool would it be to swim forever? Child thoughts. I'm scared by the movie Attack of the 50-Foot Harune. Good thing she isn't real and can't kick me into orbit when I call her cute or down. You're right, you're safe. I wanted to be a dinosaur? That is cool. I was never cute. I was never cute, Lightning Smite. That was never a thing. Cuteness was not a concern of mine. You forgot what 100,000 is in Japanese? I've forgotten. Numbers are not my thing, whether it's in English or Japanese. Like a Disney mermaid or like a folklore mermaid. Just want to know if you have a rumbly in the tummy that only souls can satisfy. Yeah, I'm not really in the pole sailors over the side of the boat sort of mermaid. I'm more like Disney mermaid. You know. But you know what though? It's funny because like as a Disney movie, I really didn't like Little Mermaid. I thought she was very selfish and a brat. I'm sorry. Hyakuma? Probably. Your excuse was naturally, don't even need to think about it. No. Is my name bad? I don't think it's bad, no. No worries. It's fine. There was a good couple of years I was really afraid of the Mothman. Understandable. The Mothman is a spooky concept. A giant moth man would freak me out. Lightning, she wasn't concerned about being cute back then because she was always cute. No, Nail. Girl DM sip. Except she sips on mayo. Girl DM and I share a love of mayo. I love mayo. Ace boy, hi, welcome. Burger. I haven't had a burger in a really long time. It's been a long time since I've had a burger. I started playing the piano and I've watched your YouTube videos too. I'm playing while I'm kneeling on the floor. Hey, Gambate, I hope you don't hurt yourself. Playing while kneeling is not a great position for your back or your wrists. Child Harune wanted to be a mermaid, seeing Ariel want toes. Child Harune would never forget this betrayal. I guess in a way, maybe that's what said. It's like, bruh. Can we get a shout out for Ace Boy? Fellow VSW member. Welcome. Yesterday I renamed my Discord to Fort Baipa. Do you think it's good or should I change it back? I don't know what it was before, and I have no idea what Fort Baipa is supposed to represent. It's catchy? Yeah, it was like the whole vision of disaster thing, plus the whole deal with the Mothman, like lurking on the edges of your vision is just like, hanging out watching. That's how I feel like if I were younger than I was when Slender Man became like a phenomenon, I would have been real freaked out. I've been real freaked out about Slender Man. In fact, I think there was one time, just thinking about spoopy things, there was one time when I was in either middle school or high school. I watched 2 movies back to back. One was The Grudge 2, and then right after that was Pulse, which was a terrible movie, by the way. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10. Couldn't sleep. I don't think I could sleep for a week? Or was it 3 days? I can't remember. So 3 days or a week. And then I saw The Exorcist. And that one caused me to not... I think that one I couldn't sleep for 3 days because that was just one movie. But the other time when I like saw those 2 movies back to back, I don't think I could sleep for like a week. It was bad. Because it was just not great.
You drink mayo too?
I could. Why do people drink mayo? Listen, I said I like mayo and that I could drink it if I wanted to. I think mayo is delicious. I've had mayo toast and I've had mayo and jelly toast for breakfast. It's delicious. 10 out of 10 would recommend. If I could, I'd put mayo on all of my sandwiches. It's just a very versatile, very delicious condiment. I'm okay with it. Vipa is... Oh, Viper! Vipa! Naruhodo. Before it was the meme government. 2 very different feels. At the end of the day, it's up to whatever sort of, image you're going for, I guess. Never really got the hype about Slenderman, to be honest, or any other creepypastas for that matter. What I'm afraid of is hearing and seeing spirits, because being in a family that has voodoo and witch doctors. And one time when my grandmother on my dad's side visited us, she brought out these charm-like dolls, and as a child, this really spooked me, because in these dolls my grandma placed around the house, I felt something from those. Oof! See, that would spook me. That's a spooky story to me right there. On my mom's side, she had a cousin who was like a medium. And when my dad went to visit, one of the first times, like for the family, he wasn't feeling very well. And they went to visit this cousin, and the cousin was like, you're being, what's the word? Not, basically he was saying that like the spooks were messing with him. And he was like, don't worry, I can help settle this. And I was not told what he did, but the next day my dad was fine, so.
I don't know. Think what you will. But that's a story nonetheless.
Drink mayo. Mayo can be drunk.
With a straw, perhaps?
If you try hard enough, yes, you can. I think maybe if you stuck the whole jar in a microwave, might not be a bad idea. The original run of Marble Hornets, the Slenderman found in the footage, spooked me good back when I was in college. I mean, that was the first of its kind, right? I think if we were to see anything of that caliber again, it wouldn't be, I mean, it just wouldn't have the same effect, you know? I have been told Japanese mayo is thinner than American mayo. It's got a different flavor profile, too. Currently, we are at war with furries and Karens, so Fort Baipa kind of fits the situation. Wait, you're at war with furries and Karens in your server?
Clinic Helios, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. What are you afraid of? Hi.
Harune-san, the kneeling while playing the piano was only a joke.
Oh! I guess that's good. Better for your body then. Good night, the Double Zeta. Thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful rest of your day, whether it is morning or night. Well, I guess for you it's night, isn't it? I got to sleep. Naruhodo.
I don't know how to feel about that story.
Naruhodo.
Just drink mayo with a spoon, like soup. Technically, if you make macaroni salad, use mayo and milk to coat the noodles. So that's close enough to being something you can drink, right? I mean, mayo is a colloid. Wait, is it pronounced colloid or colloid? I can't remember. I think it's colloid.
right? Neither quite a solid nor a liquid. Like pudding, right? Or custard. Meep. Hi. Sounds like some grade A hearsay. Gone on that server. The Emperor's chosen shall do what must be done. Is mayo and grass are good? Listen, anything's good if you dunk it in mayo. I firmly believe this. Or Jell-O, but not gelatin. Not gelatin. Gelatin, like, you could punch out gelatin shapes with, like, a cookie cutter. But Jell-O is like, right? So that's how that would work. You're all souping wrong. No, you soup by pouring it into a thermos, and then you pour your soup from the thermos into the thermos lid, like a cup or a small bowl, and you drink it. That's how you soup. You've got it's the only way to soup, guys. Only way to soup. What do you mean you're at soup? I'm at the soup store. I learned this, excuse me, exists Antheria polyphemus. Basically a tarantula with wings. Oh my gosh. You know there are some snakes that can, like, they don't really fly because they can't elevate, but they can start from a high point and, like, glide. They've got this like thing on their tummy that they can sort of expand and they use as a glider. I think that's amazing. Stay hydrated. I have no more sippy. That's it. That was it. We soup by pouring the pot in our mouth. Yep, there we go. What about putting the soup into a freshly baked bread bowl? Yo, that's delicious. It's been a really long time since I've had a bread bowl. What I used to do when I was a kid, is I would order. So the only time I've ever had bread bowl soup was at Panera Bread, and I always used to get broccoli cheddar. So I'd eat that first, and then the cheesy soupness or the cheesiness of the soup would sort of, like, you know, get all over the bread, right? And then I would just break the bread apart, and it would taste like I'm eating a cheese pizza. It was really, really good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. There are flying squirrels where I live. It's amazing how fast and far they can glide. Oh, that's so cute. Flying squirrels are great. Artemax, hi, welcome. I am very sorry. I do not speak Spanish. Not gonna lie, that sounds pretty good. You best believe your bottom dollar. I think I said that wrong. You bet your bottom dollar. You best believe, and you bet your bottom dollar. I scuffed that pretty badly. It's not how you say it. Broccoli cheddar is my favorite soup. Used to be my favorite soup as well. Bread bowl. It is a bread shaped like a bowl. Yes, exactly. Not a scary story, but along the lines of ghosts. Back in one of our old houses when I was 4 or 5, my dad says he went to get something out of the kitchen really late, like 2 or 3 in the morning. So he heard a voice, and after asking who it was, found out that it was the spirit of a maid that worked for one of the older owners of the house named Edith. Bruh, that gave me chills. Any story of this caliber makes me a little bit spooked. Just a wee bit spooked. Clam chowder or chili bread bowls are fantastic. I think chili is a little bit too hearty to go in a bread bowl. I mean, to each his own. I'm not knocking it. But I think any sort of, like, overly hearty soup, I just feel like I'd be way too full to actually eat the bread. So it would have to be, like, something that isn't as filling, like broccoli cheddar. Although clam chowder is pretty heckin' good. I have not had clam chowder in years, but I want it. I think about it a lot. It really is, though, and expensive. Oh, thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. And you can thank Helio too. I see we're a pokin.
Harune tonight. Spookin'.
Thank God it's still daylight out for me, or else I would be terrified listening to these ghost stories. Yeah, it's dark for me. Actually, that does remind me, my mom swears that her old childhood house, there were ghosts that she and her mom saw on several occasions. Stick me in a room for 5 minutes that is said to be haunted, and I can tell you if it is or isn't. I'm super sensitive to the paranormal. Hey, really? Wow. Wow. Have you ever had any experiences? If you feel like you can tell if a room is haunted or not, you must have had some experiences. Having foods you cannot eat really sucks. True. So to ask you another self-humiliating question. Jeremiah, how is that a self-humiliating question? Nandayo! Jeremiah, that's a perfectly normal question. Wondering if we can see the full avatar? Sure. I believe... Yeah, the only other time I showed the full model was on my debut. Or when I debuted this particular model. Here we go. I'm really tiny now. Really tiny now, gumenne. But if you want to see my shoes, hang on. Here are my shoes. Hello. Hi. Small Rune. Yeah. Whoa. There we go. I think that's a little bit larger. They're still shoes, though. There we go. I've zoomed in, but now I look really tall. So we won't stay like this for very long. But yeah. There's that. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Now I will slowly... I look like I'm swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Wow. I do look like a 50-foot tall woman now. Jokes do come true. It's okay. It's okay. There we go. Okay, back to normal. Nice. Okay. My mom isn't a big steak eater, but there was a steak restaurant with a lovely clam chowder and a bread bowl, and she absolutely loved. She took us there 3 days in a row, just so she could order it again. That's amazing. Spoopy EXP, I'll never forget. A door opening by itself when I was about to open it. I even saw the knob turn. Yo! Kid me thought it was a hotel worker opening it for me. Bruh. I feel like I came home once and I was like fiddling with the front door and I went to like grab my keys to unlock the door and it opened up. And I thought a family member had opened it up for me, so I like walked in to like say like, "Hey, thanks for getting the door for me." There was no one there. Riddle me that, huh? Riddle me that. Was it last year? No, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I went to every year my my state holds a Renaissance festival. And there they hired, like palm readers, tarot card readers, what do they call those? Like face line readers? I forgot what those are called. But, so I had a lady do a tarot reading for me. She also read my palm, so she did like a little bit of both. And then, I don't know how we got on the topic, but she said something about my childhood home having was built on, or like the houses in that area were built on what was previously a cemetery, and so there is a spirit there, but they're harmless, and they've just been on that land for a really long time. And I was like, oh, great. Which really spooked me because when I was a kid, I thought I heard footsteps at one point in time. And I was like, Marty Cat Noir, hi, welcome. How are you doing today? That's crazy, I know. Gee, thanks, lady. Well, she told me what I wanted to hear, I guess. Well, not... I don't think I asked her, like, hey, is my house haunted? But I think... I really can't remember how we got onto the subject. Sorry, it's the truth. No problem. In a row? Slowly soon. Luppet. Root in my country, we call those sandals. They're still shoes. You still put them on your feet. No, they're not flippy floppies. They are not flippy floppies. Lightning smite. Nope. Noom. Doggy paddle back to chat. Doggy paddle back. Honestly, this was the first way I learned how to swim. I swam doggy paddle style like for a really embarrassing long amount of time. Did she tell you anything else interesting? Trying to think. She said that I would have 3 children and that my eldest would inherit my empathicness or something like that. I was like, so desu ka? Empathy. Yeah, but she was like you're an empath and your eldest child will inherit that. And I was like, darn it, does that mean my other 2 kids are gonna be like a joke? Like, or not a joke, but like, are they gonna be like unable to relate to other people and to like have, you know, a kind heart towards them? Like, I was like, no! If I ever have children, if and when I ever choose to have children, you know, I would like every member of my family to be kind-hearted at least. But, you know, it's a totally different subject. No Genji, hi. I'm so sorry. I'm super behind on chat. I'm like catching what's on the screen, and I've also got like stuff on the side. You're too kind for that to be the case. Mary. Wait, should I call you Cat Noir instead? That seems so much faster to say than Mary. Let's call you Cat Noir. Cat Noir, no! Wait! Call those foot thongs? It's a very interesting name for sandals. But they're not flip-flops, I swear, because they're like wedges. That reads like something Foxy would say. You're almost there! That's true, it does. It does read like Foxy. Also, Twitch says Foxy's in chat. Is he? Shout him out! Shout him out! I am Cat. Hi, welcome. I'm so behind, I'm so sorry. Harune doesn't got no legs. I am a mermaid. Good night, Jeremiah. He's probably already gone. Go minute. Just found out the mutuals that's doing testing for streaming will be debuting soon. It's using a voice clip I sent them for their bit alert. Aw, nice! Stories like that are really spooky, even if there's possibly a logical explanation. Oh my gosh, I know, right? Thank you, Alex! Thank you. When people die, their spirits will go to a few of their closest friends / family. I experienced this firsthand when my grandfather passed away. I woke up from I assume a dream within a dream, where my grandfather called for me. When I woke up and my parents told me the news that my grandfather had passed, I wasn't even surprised, for I already knew. They say that happens a lot to people. I feel like, I might have shared this story before, but, my grandmother was living with, me and my family for the last 2 years of her life. And when her condition really worsened, she declined rather quickly at some point. She hung on for a really long time, and then at some point her health just sort of nosedived. But
the night before she passed, or I should say the night before she passed, we were pretty sure she wouldn't have much longer. So my family and I decided that we would all take turns. We would watch her on shifts. We would keep her company so that she wouldn't be alone. So my shift was at 5 in the morning. So I had set my alarm to 5, and I went to sleep. The next thing I knew, I woke up, and it was 5:30, and I was like, well, you know, what, none the heck, what happened to my alarm? Like, I'm sure I set it. So I, like, tore down, well, I didn't tear because I didn't want to wake anybody, but I, like, went downstairs really quickly because I was like, oh, shoot, like, did my mom stay up waiting for me, or did she go to bed, and now, you know, my grandma's without any company? I went in there, my mom was not in there, but my grandma was still in there, and I went to check on her, and she had passed. So, when I would, you know, I shared the news with my parents, and they were like, you know, maybe your grandma didn't want you there when she passed, you know? So, if that's the case, then, I thank her because I don't know how I would have handled being there for her literal final moment. But it's very moving to think about. I do appreciate it, although it was still very jarring to kind of find her. But yeah. She told you that you're cute too. No. She did not tell me I'm cute. I think most people don't ask, hey, is my house haunted? Yeah, no, I don't think anyone asks that. Did she tell... What about Lopet? Oh, I'm sorry. I answered Alex's question, like, way earlier in chat, but I was super late. TTV Crazy, hello! Welcome! We need the amount of viewers at the funny number. It's been at the funny number at a couple of times at this point in the evening. Your empire. For a second there, I thought you were going to say your eldest will inherit your empire. That would have been kind of cool. I feel like I get an empire? What? I once tried swimming doggy paddle just to see how swimming like that would work. Welcome back, is Reaver. Well, empaths don't just feel for others. They supernaturally feel for others. Shukini? Doesn't let me ping. Oh, because he hasn't typed in chat. If he hasn't typed in chat, even if he's lurking, if he hasn't typed anything, then we can't add him. Pep Guy, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch.
What are you afraid of?
How are you doing today? Yokoso to the Kingdom of Crunch.
The Empire of Crunch shall be divided into thirds. The first shall go to the Crown Prince Haruto, the empathic. Devil Brandon, thank you so much for the singular cheer. The second shall go to Princess Haruna. The last shall go to Harold. Poor Harold. Yeah. The second princess got a third of the empire. Poor nothing. Justice for Harold. My dead cat once visited me in a dream. I apologized to him because I didn't bury him. Oh, poor baby. You know, I used to have 2 hermit crabs. And I loved them very dearly, even though all they did was pinch my fingers all the time. But when they passed away, I swear I could still hear them, like, scratching away at the bottom of their tank. It's a little bit concerning because, like, it was before it had finally settled that, like, they truly had passed away. So I'd be, like, a state of half asleep, and I'd hear the scratching. And I'd be like, oh, it's just Michelangelo and Donatello. And then it would hit me later. I'm like, wait a second. They're not around anymore. Foxy! You're here. Hello. Thank you so much for the host, my window. Thank you. Harune is still behind. I am, yes. It is, as Harune does. So walk in the house and say it is haunted, and you say you have to answer to it. The law. Wait, what? Remember the time she could read messages while they were written? One day. You named your crabs after turtles? Their shells were painted with the color of the Ninja Turtle. Or not just with the color, but they had like the Ninja Turtles painted on their shells. And they were big. They were like the size of my palm. They were big hermit crabs. But yeah, so I just named them after the Ninja Turtle that was painted on their shell. Hi, I just woke up. Aw, Foxy, you adorable little bean.
Good morning, Starshine. What are you afraid of?
If we're talking about dreams, my mom once had a dream about one of my uncles from my dad's side who'd passed a while back. She'd only ever seen him in his old age, but he appeared young in the dream. When she described it to my dad, everything was accurate. Yo, that's crazy. Not too long after my grandmother had, well, no, actually, it was like a couple years, actually. I'm getting my memories mixed up. But like a decent period of time after my grandmother had passed, I had a dream about her. And I can't remember exactly what we were doing in the dream, but at some point she was like, I can't remember if she asked, why don't you remember me? Or please remember me or something like that. But I remember her saying that and I was like, Grandma, what are you talking about? Like, I haven't forgotten you at all. And then I woke up. And I told my mom and she was like, don't tell me that anymore. She was like, that really freaks me out. Don't talk about this. The chill music. The chill music dissolves any frightening atmosphere. Oh, good. If I ever do get a crab as a pet, I will definitely name him Leonardo da Vinci. I love it. What a great name. My mom had a dream about my great-grandma dying too. She was like 14 at the time. It happens a lot. Oh, そうだよね. Wow, that's crazy. That stuff's crazy. It's amazing how, like, I don't know. It is very much still a field of study. People do dedicate their lives to this kind of, like, paranormal research. It's kind of cool. When I was in the Bahamas, one of my friends found a hermit crab living in a full-sized conch shell. Its claws were 2 inches long. See, yeah, they say that, like, hermit crabs are supposed to be able to live up to, like, 10 years. But mine have only... One didn't make it a full year, and one made it just a little over a year. They passed, and I felt so bad because I didn't know what to do. They were molting and they needed new shells, but I couldn't find any shells without any holes in them from the craft store. And the store that I bought them from didn't carry any shells. And I was like, what do you mean? How do you sell hermit crabs and not have shells to replace them? Bruh. And they were the ones that told me to go to a craft store. So I was really sad. I was really sad about it. It's hard for me to have dreams that I'm in control of because I have dreams that are based on things in my life, but they usually happen like they were scripted in my brain, and they are based on bad things happen in my life, but they seem like a war zone in my dreams. Is that normal? That sounds like a lot. It seems like a war zone. I'm not sure what you mean, but that does sound normal. Like, there was one time I had a nightmare, and I remembered, like, I wrote it down, and, like, because I had a dream journal at the time. And it was like I was at school or something, but there was like some sort of monarchy. Basically it turned into like a literal massacre. Like, somehow I knew some bad stuff was gonna go down. I tried to warn people, I couldn't. So people like took shelter in a closet. But whatever sort of villain that was in the dream, like, oh, it gets kind of graphic, but basically everyone in the closet died. But yeah, so it's like a totally normal situation. Like, I'm supposed to be at school, but then it ends up being everyone dies. I couldn't save anyone. So that's pretty freaky. I'm afraid of pain and slugs. Yeah, pain's no fun. My dreams are always boring. They usually just mean waking up in the dream, then waking up IRL. I've had dreams before where I've like gone through an entire day, and I come home and I'm like done. I'm done with the day, right? And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I have to go through this day again. I hate it. I unironically love the name Leonardo da Vinci. The name of my firstborn child has been decided. I pity your first child. I think Leonardo da Vinci will become the herald of Kai's empire. Get a third of his kingdom. Have you ever slapped yourself in a dream to wake yourself up? I don't think I have, but I do remember, like, if I tried really, really hard to wake up from a nightmare, I'd sit there and be like, I try to scream. Because the effort of, like, having to open your mouth wide enough to scream, should at least in theory, be enough to, like, wake me up. Or sometimes if I'm aware that I'm in a dream, that's usually when I wake up. So, like, I'm not a lucid dreamer. I cannot control my dreams. The moment I become aware that I'm in a dream is when I'm waking up, or the moment when I am pulled away from the dream and I am woken up. So sometimes, like, if I'm in a nightmare and I'm like, this is a dream, I have to get up and it's not working, like, it's super duper frustrating. And so I try to scream and that usually doesn't work. Once again, frustrating. Can't open my eyes or anything like that. Since you're caught up, there's a bit to follow up to my tale. Some people think that the final visits uses up a spirit's energy, after which they can go to rest. For people who are lonely, with no one in particular to visit, they may become bound spirits. For the ones who have no intense negative energies, they become evil spirits. Oh, for the ones who have intense. Hold on, that would make sense. Patolofo, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. What are you afraid of? Hi. Have you ever woken up crying after a sad event in a dream? Only twice. And it's not so much like the tears were already streaming down my face as after, like, while I was waking up. Like, it wasn't like I'd been crying, like, in my sleep, but I would wake up, feel like that panicky sort of sadness, and then I couldn't shake it, and I would just cry after waking up. Yeah. I used to jump off high places to wake myself up from nightmares. Six Head plays. I lucid dream a lot, luckily. Oh, nice. So you could just be like, I don't like this dream. Change. Harune, do you ever know how old your hermit crab was? I had 2 of them. I don't know how old they were. But they must have been quite old because they were big. Like I said, they were the size of my palm. They were the size of my palm. So, they must have been quite big because usually hermit crabs are super teeny tiny. The only lucid dream I vividly remember having, my friend showed me his new motorcycle. I wanted to ride it, but I don't know how to ride a motorcycle, so I just rode my motorized lazy boy recliner behind him as we went on a road trip to the last 7-Eleven on Earth. That is an amazing dream. That is amazing. I've said this plenty of times before, but I usually don't dream at night. Pretty much the only time I dream is if I sleep during the day. They're usually freaky. I swear that there are some times where I know I'm in a dream, but still feel trapped in the reality of my nightmare. Oof. Only twice the normal number is 0? I mean, dreams can evoke all sorts of emotions. It wouldn't surprise me if people cry. Certain dreams are based on your mentality. For example, a dream about falling means you have a fear of growing up or losing control over your life. Vagrant, hello! I've had the same reoccurring nightmare for like 20 years where there's just this low bass roar, and it's just like I'm looking out on a field of a farm where there's an overturned wood cart under a red sky and the sun is just a black void. And it's just like existing there, and I always wake up from that dream sick to my stomach. Bruh, I feel that. And like there's nothing like particularly scary about any of those things individually, but it's like you wake up and you're like, what is this cryptic mental image? Like, what does this mean? Tell me. Every time I realize I'm dreaming, I will try to continue dreaming to stay asleep. The moment I realize I'm dreaming, I'm out. And it's not even of my choice. It's just like my brain's like, you think you're sleeping? No. It's time to wake up. It's time to face reality. Every time I wish Rhea were here. He knows a ton about lucid dreaming. One day I will have this conversation. Wait, yo, you had a hermit crab too? Mine was named Mr. Krabs, and my sister and I painted his shell rainbow colored. Aww. Mine came pre-painted, so I had 2. I had Michelangelo and Donatello. They were puppies. You like people being generous? Yes? Do I like people being generous? To others, yes, absolutely.
I think generosity is quite nice, yeah. And it's that and how consistent it is being over the course of my life. Nose? Hana? Maki-kun, thank you so much for subscribing, for being a special Kronta within the kingdom for 2 months. Oh, Isreaver, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Maki-kun. Arigato, thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate it. Your hermit crab, must be over 5 years. Oh, that makes me feel worse almost. Because that means he could have lived like 5 more years and he died instead. Cheese's me's! Hi, welcome. I know I'm dreaming, but I don't do anything because what if I'm not? You could do what they do in Inception and have, what do they call that? Like a trigger object or like a, I don't remember. But like something, like the spinning top, for example, if you spin it and if it keeps spinning, then you know you're in a dream. But if it stops at some point, then you know it's real life. Or something like that. I had 2 hermit crabs and they both were great boys. Aww. Bye, Maki-kun. Kite kudere arigatou gozaimashita. Have a good night. Oh, stay hydrated? I have no more sippies. A totem? Totem. Huh? Totem? Totem. Yanni. My stream is still going. It didn't die for me at least. Not just you, bro. Oh no! Oh, I'm not leaving yet? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, welcome back, I guess. Strum is good. Ah, nice. Stream's still good. Nice. There we go. But yeah, so spooks are my biggest fear. Spooks and I guess like stranger danger. Stranger danger actually really does freak me out. Like there have been times where like even if I have a hint that someone might be like following me or something like that, I am immediately like my fight or flight instincts kick in and I'm like, what do I have with me that I could use to defend myself? I immediately am just like, I'm ready to throw hands. I lived. You lived, Kai. Welcome back. Afraid of spoops? No way. I'm a big skirty of the spoops. I'm the big spoops skird. But yeah, there was something I was told long ago that has served me well since. If you are unsure you are dreaming, try to read something. Box, TV, newspaper. If you are dreaming, you will know what it says, but there will be no legible characters. Hey, that is something! Kake janai desu ka! Sometimes, like, I know, like, there have been times where, have you guys, like, ever dreamed in another language? Like, I've had dreams totally in Japanese. Just completely in Japanese. And I don't think my proficiency is that fluent, but, like, I mean, then I definitely know that I'm in a dream, but I don't ever have that specific thought because, like I said, the moment I do, I'm out. I've been booted. 00 Sorbs, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Lightning Smite and for allowing them to be a special Kronta within the kingdom for 7 months. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you for being so generous. Just summon Uya as your stand. That would require me knowing another language. But your brain made it up, so of course you know what it said / written, but you wouldn't be able to like read any of it word from word. You know what I mean? So like, for example, one nightmare that really stuck with me when I was in high school was that there was like, in my dream, I was a young French girl living in a village, and there was like a serial killer. There was a serial killer going around from village to village, killing all of the men, doing terrible things to the women and children. And I don't know any French. You know this. All of you know this. And at the very end of
my dream, in my head, like it was like almost like a movie where my dream vision went black and just two words sort of appeared, like almost like where it looked like the end, like for an old movie, except it had some word that had like the letter Z in it or something. I don't know, but in my head, I read it like my brain understood that it said, "I'm coming for you." And I woke up and I was, of course, very, very scared. We're skipping this song again. But I went to a friend who was taking French classes at the time, and I try to like ask them like, hey, is there a word like I'm coming to get you, or like I'm coming for you, or anything of that like meaning that starts with the letter Z? And there wasn't. I mean, and of course not, because I don't know French. Stand user Harune, stand name Overlord Fox. The fox above. Free! Hello! Welcome, Free Burb! Can we get a shout out for the Burb? I dreamed a dream of time gone by. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I dreamed that love would never die. And something, I'll get canceled. I also read before that human brains cannot create human faces that don't exist. Every person you see in your dream is a real face you've seen before and imprinted in your subconscious, even if you do not consciously remember them. Naruhodo. I dreamed that people were speaking French, but I doubt I was imagining good French. But given that I just ended up understanding what was happening, the language just needed to sound Frenchy. Exactly, like, even if you didn't know, you were just like, yeah, it's French. I can definitely recall myself doing the action of reading an article online and comprehending the information, though I don't know if I ever actually read anything. Hey. Oh, when hope was high and life worth living. There we go. That's weird. I remember in second grade, I dreamt of I dreamt this girl showing up in my dream, and 2 days later, the same girl was transferred to my grade. Yet I never saw her before, only in my dream. Yo, that's pretty cool. I had a weird dream once that changed scenes throughout it, but one constant was that there was this thin dude in a black suit with black shades going back and forth in my dream, like one would a hallway. I noticed him in it, and he seemed surprised, but didn't say anything and kept going. Bro, that gave me the shivers too. Don't like that. I don't like that. Let's see. Heck, it was too slow. Oh, no. Good effort, Foxy. Pat. Necro the Weeb, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch.
What are you scared of?
All of Harune dreams are about killing people. Hey, I don't do the killing. I'm just a victim. I can tell when I have that type of dream at this point, and I wake up and wonder when it's gonna happen. Oh, kage janai desu ka? Cypher! Hi! Surprise stream? No, it's not a surprise. I schedule this every Friday. This is very much a stream I do every week. So what did Harune watch that was spooky? I watched Duon Origins, which is a 6-episode series on Netflix. And it was very, very good. Big Line Man, hi, welcome. What are you afraid of? Haven't dreamed of anyone using a language I don't know. Although one time I did dream of being hunted by people in SWAT gear and signing to each other. Huh. You're scared of anime, girls. Whoa, good job for facing your fear and coming here today. Thank you. I don't know if I should say this, but here we go. Sometimes I have dreams that predict the future. It may sound dumb, it does actually happen. I'll have a dream, then I would think it wasn't important, but then a few weeks and even months later, the same thing would happen to me in real life, and then I will remember that I had a dream about it. It's weird. There have been a good handful of times, it doesn't sound dumb to me, Porcupine Mammoth. I've had a good handful of times where I'll have like a very, very, very strong deja vu moment where I'm sitting there going like, I'm pretty darn sure this has happened before. Like, I know that's what what deja vu is all about, but like, I don't know. Like, it was too real in that moment for me to be like, this couldn't have happened before. Like, you know, I remember the time of day. I remember what the person was saying. I remember what they were dressed as. So all I can think of is I must have dreamed it. And yeah.
I forgot today was Friday. Yeah.
How did the AI versus Sky Destroy of Humanity? Cue the Terminator music.
What scares me? Like regular spooks or existential spooks? Any. If you've got any of those.
It's a surprise how these streams are always so fun to be in, no matter how many times I come back.
Aw, thank you so much. It's wonderful to always have you here. It's hard to have a conversation when it's just by yourself, right? So having all of you guys here in chat makes the stream fun.
I swear I thought it was Sunday. Cypher, oh my gosh, no. Please no, I'm not ready to go back to work.
I have to work in the morning.
Harune's not as afraid if someone is scratching an expensive piano? I'm not afraid of that. But if I see someone doing it, bro, I'll be there to push you away so fast. You don't disrespect the piano. Now that's real fear. Timed out Haruka? Yup! Remember the lesson with Deep. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I just pronounced it the American way. Some scientists make their discovery theory due to something in their dreams. The one I know of is the determination of benzene rings. Some composers will even say like a melody had come to them in a dream. And they wake up and they're furiously writing it down, and it's some of the most amazing stuff. Have you ever had a deja vu moment that sort of predicted an event? What do you mean? You mean like a premonition? Had another dream that I was like a Mad Max style desert road race and stopped at a warehouse with Darth Vader and some stormtroopers who asked me to move some barrels of toxic waste. Found a small hidden hole of a toxic pool. After cleaning it out, I went back on the road. I hooked up with the Pope mobile. We ended up having it break down, so me and the Pope went walking through the desert until Harley Quinn stopped by and gave us a ride. That was wild from start to finish. Hey, we're work buddies because I got open on Sunday. Oof.
Yoshi. それでは皆さん, why don't we leave that conversation at, why don't we leave it at that today?
I think this is a good stopping point. Somehow, if we're not talking about food, we're talking about spooks or deja vu or dreams or any of that stuff. So, some exciting stuff, I'll tell ya. But I already know who my victim is. So, let's... Here we go. We are going to raid Temuki! She's been a relatively frequent viewer on this stream, but she's made her debut as a VTuber, and she's streaming... what is she streaming? Is she streaming art? I think so? I think she's streaming art. That's usually what she does. Yes, she is. Yeah. But her art is some great stuff, so please stick around for the raid. Show her some love. Give her your support. She's drawn fan art for me before, and they've been absolutely adorable. So let her know. Tell her in the raid. Just throw in a bunch of Harune eyes. Say this is a siege, and then say that her art is great if you believe that. So yeah. Do I have anything to report? No, not really. Any new viewers to today's stream? You see, Nimin and Aikai is dropping some links in the chat. Those are to my Twitter, my Discord, and my YouTube. Don't really need my Twitch because you're all here. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whether it is morning, noon, or night. And それでは皆さん、またね! Bye bye! Thank you so much for talking with me!